It's the book of Jake. Book of Jake.
The future is supposed to be electric. Everyone
who said
says,
so?
you told me
Okay.
this, but everyone says buy an EV. I tested every EV, but I didn't, and I spoke to you. And Daniel is the same age as me. They're really young guys, and he says, let somebody take the depreciation, buy a 5-year Continental. And I did. I actually bought a 5-year Continental car, and so
You bought
today...
a depreciated car.
Depreciated 5-year-old Continental car, and that's why today we are having Daniel Fernandez again from DSF.my, one of Malaysia's sharpest voices on cars, to find out if I'm crazy
you.
or if
I'm the
EVs
sharpest.
aren't ready for us yet. You've been writing, driving, critiquing cars for decades. You call it like you see it, and today we're going to pass the hype. EV promises so much. Is it hype or is it real?
It's not hype. Jake. It's definitely not hype. I think EVs are here to stay. No matter what report comes out of some global think tank or whatever that says EVs are dirtier than petrol-powered cars. Mining, they're using children to mine. They're using third world countries being exploited with their mining. Like now, there's a big news portal that's been sharing news about dirty nickel coming out of one of the Indonesian islands, Sulawesi, and how clean nickel that used to come out of Australia is now suffering because dirty nickel is a lot cheaper. But people are dying while mining the dirty nickel and everything else. Exploitation of human resource and all that. Petroleum also got exploitation. Look at Nigeria, how so many people are exploited when the big oil barons went in there and started digging up. These are the barons that are now having petrol stations here and laughing. Okay, so it happens in all industries. Whether it's mining, whether it's petroleum, whether it's clothing, whether it's plastics, it's all happening. But we are now talking about electric car adoption. You at a tender age of 59 came to me and said, I want to buy an electric car. And I asked you why.
No, actually, you told me go and test.
But I also asked you why.
Why,
And
yeah.
you said, the tech and this and that and all that. Because you're also a tech man. So you went and test drove. How many cars did you test drive?
I test drove maybe...
I know you test drove the Zeekr.
Zeekr, the BYD, what's the Xpeng?
Xpeng.
I didn't test drive the Tesla. I also test drove the J8, J7.
Which is
and
not an electric car.
It's not. Truth be told, I was not impressed with it because of your input into me and your sort of like embedding this into my head, I've always driven Continental cars. And so when I test drove all these cars, when I got out of the car, I didn't say much. The driving the car was, yes, the guy is talking to me and it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got this, it's got that. But the straw that broke the camel's back was when they simulated the engine sound in one of the EVs. He said, we can change the engine sound to this. I said, is there an engine? He says, no, but we can simulate it. And I said, oh my God, it doesn't have that raw. It doesn't have all that. I put a deposit for 3 cars because I didn't know what. You know, when they're selling cars, they say, hey, you better do it now.
Yes. Quick.
Okay.
Stocks are low. Delivery is late.
The same, the
I
song.
got a special offer if you sign today.
Today and all that. So what really, to me, gave it away was I didn't feel the car. And I know I shouldn't say this. EV guys are going to be upset, but maybe I'm a bit older or what. And what you said makes sense to me. It says, at your age, you sure? You like a Continental. And you were going about that, yeah.
I also mentioned to you, any of these cars, after you parked it, when you walk away, do you turn around and look at it?
Yes.
The disappointing thing right now is most of the EVs coming out of China, beautiful tech,
Beautiful looking cars.
fantastic software, plush, touch and feel points like, wow, you mean I'm paying only this much for this cabin? But when you park the car and you walk away, they don't inspire you because they all have that slippery shape. They all look rather similar. MG electric car looks similar to the Emas 7.
So you tested yesterday.
Yes. Which looks similar to the Zeekr 7.
7X, yeah.
Looks similar to the
Xpeng
Xpeng, looks
G6.
similar to the BYD. So suddenly they're all looking alike. And why they look alike is because they all want to have that flushed, slippery look. They all have that flush door handles. Now Tesla just said that they're going to do away with flush door handles because they're not safe. You see, these are little things which I used to mention on my YouTube channel. You know, I'm not a fan of flush door handles. People
Go upset.
are upset with me. Readers got upset, viewers got upset, saying you don't know what you're talking about. It's aerodynamics. Aerodynamics, come on. A little bit of door handle is not aerodynamics.
How fast you can fly? You're not in the
Exactly.
Sepang circuit.
Exactly. And then I'm sure when you went and test drove all these cars, they showed you acceleration, right?
Yes, 0 to 100 in
They said,
3.7.
Dato, how fast is it, Dato? Dato, look at the speed. You get excited?
I
Yes.
actually didn't.
Okay. Because you didn't hear it.
Yes.
You didn't hear the raw. You didn't hear.
I didn't feel the torque. I didn't feel the...
No tremble.
Yes. I came out of those cars and asking myself, what's wrong with me? Why am I not excited about this car? I'm not feeling the car. Because I give you a retrospect. So
Okay.
my first car was a Holden Kingswood.
Oh! I remember that. Now that was a car.
Yeah, it was a car. Okay,
That
but,
was
but
a
it took...
muscle car.
Yeah, that you had to 10 people had to chip in money to put
Yeah,
petrol.
50 cents each.
Yeah. Then I had a Proton Saga. Okay.
The early Proton Saga was a Mitsubishi.
Yes. Proton Saga. Then I had a Proton Vira Aerobag 3448. I remember the number.
Okay, that I don't remember.
And then, against his wishes, I bought a Nissan Terrano because they gave me
A free
TV, a 29-inch TV, and I was so excited. After that Nissan Terrano, I made the bold move of actually getting the first E40, is it? The
Correct.
BMW 3 Series. Then it was, and I'm not saying this to flaunt anything, but I've always, and I never showed my cars, but I've always driven a BMW 3, then I got a 5, then I got an X3, I got an X5, then I drove a Q7, then I drove a Porsche, because I sold it during COVID because I was not driving it, and I was driving a 5 Series, was that a G30? Was it
Yes. Why do you say flaunting it? You work hard.
No, but
you
I'll,
earn.
yeah.
You want something better.
Yeah, but it's not I show it off,
Yes,
lah. You
yes.
know what I mean?
You
I
drive
don't.
it.
I
You
drive it.
drive
I
it.
love it. I love it. Those times I always bought it new. And you gave me some very good advice. You said, go and check for a 3, 4, 5-year-old car. Actually, I went and looked at a 10-year-old car and I saw a Maserati Ghibli, is it?
Yes. 3-liter twin turbo.
Wow, and I drove it. It was so good. It's a 10-year-old car, but it felt so good. But the problem was there was a problem with the glass and the ceramic. And then, if not, I would have bought it. And you know, you're thinking, oh, Maserati, it was only 108,000. The guy was selling it. I could have dropped the price and it has depreciated like 400,000, 500,000.
It used to be close to 580.
Yeah, it was like 108,000 for, and it was just in mint condition, but just the glass and then.
But that's enough to irritate you. Every
Yeah, I was like, it was just nagging. I was like,
Then if you change the glass also,
it'll come back. So
Italians.
So I was just browsing, and a car that I always liked was the 630i GT, the Gran Turismo, okay?
Right.
And
Which is like a fastback.
Yeah. And so I did some research and managed to hook up with one guy who, brought the car, just test drive the car. So of course, since I bought several cars in BMW, I knew the people and I checked out the car was in great condition and stuff like that. But the thing that actually got me sold on the GT was the drive. I got out of the car and I says, wow, this feels so familiar, man. Nice handling, the sound, everything was just perfect. I'm also turning 60, so a 6 Series makes sense. Anyway, but here's the thing.
I didn't think of that actually.
Yeah, here's the thing. The car when it came out was 450. I bought it for 150. So it has depreciated 300,000 ringgit in 5 years. Here's the clincher. It was like in mint condition. It was a company driver, company director and all that. Less than 50,000 kilometers, so...
And full service history.
Full service history. I just drove it to Malacca and back and I was just so happy. Just amazing car. And I thank you for that advice. But I want to know, why aren't people going this way?
Electric car manufacturers are great. The Chinese brands are really moving the game. In the last 3 years, they've moved the game faster than the Germans have moved in 10 years.
Amazing tech.
Amazing. And how they improve very fast. They're lacking in one area. And I like the fact that whenever they meet up with me and all the motoring media, they always come, we got this new platform, and they call it they'll give it some name, the global platform, the Wung Wung platform, the Wing Wing platform, the Yabba Dabba Doo platform. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all names, these are all branding. What it means, they've just tweaked and made the platform better. What is a platform? The platform is what the car sits on. Now, electric cars with their battery in the middle and their motor, whether it's front or back or dual motor, they just don't have the handling. I've not driven a single electric car to date that has said to me, me, it handles like a petrol-powered car. It handles like an Audi. It handles like a BMW. It handles like a Mercedes. Even Mercedes, BMW, and Audi electric cars don't handle like their petrol-powered versions.
Yeah, you told me about the Porsche
Taycan, yeah. And even the Porsche Macan now handles a bit better. Every new model handles better. So of course, maybe in a year or 2 years' time, Chinese electric cars will handle fantastically because they're improving. They're getting it right. They're working with chassis engineers and all that. But the dynamics need some time because, like I said in our last show, the batteries are getting smaller, denser, lighter. So all that comes in their favor. But I'm waiting to test drive the new BYD Seal. They're giving it a fancy name.
Seal or Sea Lion?
Seal, the new sedan, the revised version. So that was supposed to be a sports sedan. When we first test drove it a couple of years ago at the Zhuhai circuit in China, but it was raining dogs and kittens. So raining dogs and kittens, you can't really go that fast. So you come back thinking, oh, it's not bad. I took the corner quite well, but you can't really push it. And then they had a lead driver and a guy with you to hold you back. But then we realized it was good. It was designed to compete with the BMW series, the Audi A4, the C43, cars like that. But sadly, when we got it on the road here, it drove nicely, fast on a straight line, nice on a sweeping bend. But when you want to dart in and out of traffic, like people like you and me, we like to do that. It's missing that little edge. But they sold a lot. Because why? People got into the car. First impression, boss, accelerate. 3.8 seconds. Blows your mind. That's Porsche Taycan time. That's 911 GT time. So you know you're going to get that kind of power delivery. So you get excited and you buy the car. And then as you drive it, like I have a few friends who've driven it, one of them is an aircraft engineer. Why I've given his name? Because he's an engineer. He's always driven hard-edge performance cars. When he bought this car, he said, bro, for 1/3 the price, I'm getting this 3.8 second sedan with all his luxury features, everything else. I love it. But months later, I asked him, hey, how's your car? Handling lah. The handling is not there yet, but I think I can do something. I said, you can't because this car is under warranty. And Chinese manufacturers give you a long warranty, factory warranty. So you don't want to mess with it.
You cannot tamper anything, nothing.
You play with what you have. You don't go and play outside with the aftermarket guy. You lose your warranty. And this car's got a lot of tech in it. You don't want to play with it. Don't tamper with it. Don't lose the factory warranty. The people who are buying electric cars today, I want to applaud them. They are paying for the R&D to get the better electric car next year, to get the better handling, to get the new platform, to get the smaller battery, to get the handling that you and me want. Meanwhile, let's look at an ICE car.
They're coming out with cars and variants so fast. It affects the price.
Great.
It affects the price. I buy a car I remember the Seal, which was just dropping the price, so fast, 50,000 in a year. So what happens to the second-hand car market?
Okay, so our last show, I think we did a small segment on car prices coming down. Now, it's quite funny because some people shared that little clip, me, through various WhatsApp group and said, you're talking nonsense.
Yeah, somebody told me that too, yeah.
You're rubbish, blah, 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 and all that. Today, look at car prices. They're down.
Down, yes.
They're down. Did I have a crystal ball? Did
Logic.
I have some mojo upstairs? No.
Logic.
Common sense. Because why? When Chinese cars start discounting, what happens? Non-Chinese brands start discounting. When non-Chinese brands start discounting, what happens? The whole used car market gets pushed down. When the used car market gets pushed down, you can buy a 5-year-old BMW for 150,000.
My God. And it's what an amazing drive. I
Yes.
could have never dreamt I could afford it. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
So now, what's going to happen? We are in another... Soon is going to be the last quarter of 2025.
They'll be dropping price even more.
They will drop. And if you wait till January, February, we have another 3 new Chinese car brands coming
Really?
to Malaysia. We have one legacy brand coming back to Malaysia. I won't mention it. It's Italian. It's very emotional.
Okay,
You
Alpha.
can think about it. They are
I
coming
love
back
those
to
cars,
Malaysia.
yeah.
With all these guys coming into Malaysia, new brands. So let the new car brands come in. Maybe Peugeot will come back after a while. But when these cars come in, immediately all the 3 cars that you put the deposit for, the people watching and listening, around November, December, go and visit those 3 showrooms. On those new models, because you test drove all new models, the prices would have come down. Which means the guys who bring in these new cars in January will say, hey, we didn't hit our target. We got to push our
Drop
price
some
down.
more.
Then you push again, then you push again, then you push again. My recent debate with some of these people were this. You launched a car at 193,000, for example, and then suddenly you didn't get even 200 sales. Then you dropped it to 170. Then you dropped it to 140. Why didn't you just launch it at 140? Launch it at 140, you would have got 2,000 sales. Push
Are they
the
upset
price
when
up.
you said that?
Couple of years or maybe couple of months, nobody wants to work with me. It's okay. I'm ready to retire or go into semi-retirement. But you see, if you started at that low price and then after a few months you come out with a special edition, you raise the price, You come up with another special edition. You raise the price. You come up with another edition where you give some extras. What happens? You bring the used car market up. You level the playing field with the competition. Now, the reason why these guys don't want to take the first bite is because they're all getting big fat salaries. They got nice company car, nice office. They go back to the HQ and say, don't worry, Malaysia, I'm your man. I will run the show for you. We can price the car at this price. We are not this price. We are this level. We'll go close. We'll rock the market. Where are these people today? Jobless. Sitting in the office, getting bombarded, looking for another job because the bombardment is too much. Number 4, dealers are screaming at them because why? They have to pay their rental. They are holding stock. They can't throw the stock.
It's not Baju Raya.
Yes. This is a high ticket item. This is a big ticket item. You want to play this game, come in low. So I'm advising the new 3 brands. Even if you don't make money, never mind. Come in. Get the market interested in your product. Today we have a fantastic product in the world called the internet.
So people will find out anyway.
People can go in and Google and say, how much is this car in Europe? Hey, why they got 60,000 profit margin? People can do that. China, even easier. Renminbi, how much? And that's not the factory price. That's the selling price there. So the factory price will be lower, right? Okay, they'll do the calculation, blah, 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 blah. They're making 40,000 from us. We wait lah. Down. They're making 10,000. Okay lah, let them make 10,000. So the guy who went from 190 to 140, is he making money? Little bit. But he's not moving his product.
His product's not going.
Why? Because the first 200 customers have gone online. They screwed with me. They charged me too much. Don't buy this product. Your best salesperson in this world for cars is not a motoring media guy like me. It's not a podcaster like you. It is your customer base. If your customer goes and says on social media, I love this brand, they looked after me, the car didn't break down, I got a damn good deal, I got very good after sales. When I go to the workshop, they're quick to look after me. People read, people look at it and say, hey, I think I want to buy this brand. But today they're losing out.
Yeah, you're selling with old mechanics, it's old tactics.
So like now, a lot of Chinese car brands are doing very well, but there are some that are suffering. Their sales have gone up and then they've sort of plateaued. The moment they plateau a little bit, they drop the price. They plateau somehow, they drop the price. The first drop, people already see it in social media. The second drop, see it more. I'm going to share a very interesting story.
Please.
We got time.
Please, we got time, please.
Okay. One of my nephews got a job in Penang. He went over there. He got his hand-me-down car from his mother. Nice car. Nothing wrong. 10 years old. Japanese car. Works perfectly well. But he went there. He got a very good job. Earning quite well. He called me and said,
EV.
I want to buy an EV. Why don't you wait a little while? Work for a year. I see the office car park, everyone got a nice car. And then Penang, I want to go out, I want to meet some people, male or female, I don't know. I want to meet some people, I want, something nice to drive. Then he comes bombarding me, oh, what about this car? What about this car? What about this car? So once in a while when I'm bored, I'll reply to him, no, wait, discount coming. So he was watching some of the discounts, but he was getting excited. This is the problem with young people. Don't get upset with me. Young people. Sometimes they meet with friends and then they get this peer pressure. Hey,
conformity, peer pressure.
You're earning well, you're working for XYZ. You're earning so much money. Why are you driving your mother's old car? I just bought this. Look at it, man. Come, let's go for a test drive. So he did that with one electric car. Then he messaged me. He took a picture with the electric car and he says, what do you think? I said, it's a very good car. Wait for the new model to come out. If you're really going to go, wait. He said, no, but now they're giving a discount. The discount was...
The TV story.
TV story. Small discount they're giving. He bought the car. After a couple of months, he came to visit the parents. He called me, Uncle, I want to buy you tea, coffee, whatever. I said, come. Showed me the car. Super happy the car. He got a good deal. And he got quite a good price for it. Now comes 5 months later. So it's already 1 year.
The new variant.
No. The new variant is not out yet. But a new model, a totally different variant. That means not the same nameplate. It's launched in Malaysia at a lower price. So the old model has to do a fire sale. Fire sale is 40,000 cheaper than his purchase price. So it's about 50,000 cheaper than his original car price. He sat down with me, not 40 it's about 37 plus. You know what he tells me? Just like that, I've lost 6 months of my salary. Because why? If you had listened to me and waited that 1 year, now you'll be 30 over thousand richer. Right?
Yeah.
He was angry. And his friend was angry.
Yeah, but I guess marketing works, and then people talk about the bells and whistles
Exactly.
and this and that and the size of the the LCD or
Yes.
screen
How big
and
is the
big screen and how this the Napa leather and
Yes.
blah blah blah.
And the
you get
voice
the
assistant.
voice assisted, and I always correlate that back to a phone. I say you got the most Changi phone. How many features do you use?
Yes.
You know,
Like people queuing up for this new phone. Are you taking a picture to put on a billboard? If you are, then please line up. Lah.
So there's another thing that is this to me impeded on my decision to buy the car was range anxiety.
Range anxiety, I think, is getting less right now. Okay, I've driven electric cars and gone outstation. I've not really had a problem. Okay, East Malaysia, which is the place I like to go the most, Kelantan and Terengganu. I love visiting-
Coast.
East Coast. East Coast. Sorry. Any opportunity I get, I like to go there. But when I get an electric car, I only go as far as Kuantan. Because up to Kuantan, I'm safe in terms of charging, infrastructure, and also driving distance. But the moment I want to go further down, I got to really think. I'll give you a few instances. There have been times when the charger was not working, times when the software for my payment system
Doesn't
not working.
work.
There was a time at a big petrol station where they have the barrier for the charger. It didn't want to come down. And all the time, my wife is in the car and we're thinking, are we going to get out of here? Are we going to get out of here? Do we have to find a place to stay nearby?
While I did not think that when I was thinking about buying, I was thinking, what if I travel here? What if I do this?
Yes.
Is it sustainable now?
Yes.
In fact, you actually told me that.
A lot of people now have already started taking old EVs in European countries and reusing the battery, so it's fine. What I find strange is a lot of these people watch YouTube videos by people who are being paid to say, oh, no problem with range.
Influencers.
I went to Kelantan, I went to Terengganu, I went to Perlis, I went around Malaysia. Because why? You're being paid. And Malaysians are so easily confused when they listen to all this because why? He's a celebrity. He's a YouTuber. He's a KOL. He's a KOC. He's a KOJ. He's a JKR. He's a LLN. He's a Telecom Malaysia. Whatever he is, I will tell you this, they're all paid to say the wonderful things. I don't get paid to say the wonderful things.
No.
Not yet. Lah.
I want to ask you, when I bought a 5-year-old BMW 630i GT Continental, people thought I was mad. It's like, why didn't you buy a new car? With this 150,000, you can buy an average seal or,
Yes.
add a little bit, 20,000, you can get the
Brand new car, 7-year
car,
warranty,
7-year
8-year warranty.
and all that. It doesn't make sense to me. In your eyes, did I make the right decision?
Of course, you made the right decision. But I'll tell you this. I will not buy an electric car right now for myself or for my wife. In the next 2 years, you heard it here first, I'll be buying electric cars, 2 for each of my sons. Because by then, the technology would have matured. The platforms would have gotten better in terms of handling.
Infrastructure,
The batteries
range.
would have been better. Infrastructure would have been better. Because now, these are 2 boys who are not traveling outside Klang Valley. But I will buy them electric cars because that is the future. My crystal ball, you go into a car showroom, there'll be an electric car, there'll be a hybrid car, there'll be a petrol car.
Ice car.
You will have all 3
Variants,
for the next 10, 15 years. Just a few days ago, Porsche came out with a statement. They are not going into all electric car program. They will still have combustion engines. BMW are moving fast into electric cars, but they said we'll still be building.
Please, because your
Petrol-powered
ice cars are so
Yes.
good to drive.
And even better, BMW have just released new diesel-powered cars. Why are you releasing diesel cars? Because you know there's a demographic of people who need to travel interstate without the headache. Mercedes, who was once saying we will be the electric car king, has already moved into 3 variants. Volvo, their former MD, big hero, came from the vacuum cleaner company, claimed that there'll be an all-electric campaign by 2025. Today, what they have? Mild hybrid, and electric. And they said this is the way we're going to go.
I almost was looking into the was it the EX40?
EX30, the small hatch.
Yeah.
But a little bit too
no,
small
No,
for
no. What's the bigger one?
XC60.
So the electric one, right?
Yes.
But they didn't get back to me. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, because the car was just launched. They haven't got the price fixed and all that. In the future, you'll have all 3. And I think the option for people who just want to commute, the people who work in the offices here, every day they're just commuting. But maybe in the weekend, they might go outstation. Or maybe long weekend, they might go and visit a family member. They can buy an electric car because you're commuting every day. If if your long weekend trip is East Coast Malaysia, be a bit careful. Now, West Coast, when I travel West Coast, but right up to Juru and from Singapore, charging infrastructure is all there. On a long weekend like recently where people were sitting in the car for 8-9 hours, yes, your battery will deplete slowly, 1%, 1%. But can you imagine the
Anxiety.
anxiety? And then
That's 12 hours in East Coast. Dia balik kampung.
your kids at the back will say, Mommy, your battery is dying. With the phone, you can charge. With the car, where are you going to charge? So these are the little things you got to think about. So if you want an electric car and you're a middle-class family, like say now you want to get the Amas 5, which is coming out.
Looks good though.
Looks good, below 90,000. Looks like a smaller Zeekr, smaller MG, smaller Xpeng, that curvaceous shape, that
But
dolphin
all of
shape.
them look alike. Like,
Exactly,
sorry,
but smaller. But the Amas 5 will be great for commuting. Have an ICE car also. So have, say, a Honda City or a Toyota Vios or a Proton X70 and have this also.
You were pushing the Lexus. Is that Lexus NX? Is it?
NX SUV, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Second hand cheap, below 100,000.
But I still like. So anyway, when people look back in 10 years and talk about what you wrote about EVs, what do you want them to say? Was Daniel wrong?
Already people are saying, hey, he's quite right. Some are disagreeing with me. Some who have been flying the flag to shut me down, to shut me up, because I'm not flying the EV flag, because I'm not getting this much money or this much money from the EV
So
manufacturers.
if the EV manufacturers give you that much money, would you change your thoughts on EV?
Well, now my house is about to be fully paid. I drive an old car. My kids are about to finish their education. I don't need that much money. But the most important thing right now, I think, is I want people to realize the EV is here to stay. But don't make it your priority vehicle. Don't make it your main vehicle. You read about people earning 3,500 thinking about buying a Honda Civic and all that. Your car monthly installment shouldn't be more than 1/4 of your take-home salary. If your take-home salary is 4,000,
Why do you say that?
okay, 1,000 ringgit should be your car installment, max. You still need to keep money for petrol.
If you're earning 4,000 lah.
Yes, you still need to come in petrol. Say like one of your children or one of my children living at home. You go and watch a movie today. Per person is 40 ringgit already.
Easy.
You buy your ticket, your popcorn, all 40 ringgit. You take your 2 girlfriends or your 2 boyfriends, you have to pay for them. You go and buy a pair of shoes, pair of sneakers, 700 bucks. All these are things which the young people
Add up,
want.
yeah.
And then you want to buy your new smartphone. Then you want to pay your parking. Parking is no longer cheap.
No, especially in KL, toll rates and stuff.
And then suddenly now you're looking in your smartphone, you're looking at some TikTok, and someone says, oh, the barbecue here is really good. It's Peruvian barbecue. And then you tell your friends, let's go. It's 99 ringgit per head. Lombok. They got this damn nice holiday trip, blah, blah, blah. 3,000 ringgit, 5-star.
Can't sustain.
So you must apportion all that money.
But I want to come back to one thing that you actually got me to do, to look at the ICE cars. What would be some good ICE cars to get in the range of 30 to 50,000 ringgit?
If you are not a car person, if you're a person who doesn't know anything about cars and they want to buy a second-hand car and they're earning about 4,000 ringgit, yes, you can afford a BMW, but can you afford to maintain a BMW?
Maintain the BMW.
Can you afford a second-hand Perdua Myvi? Yes. Current generation, 4 years old, is about 30,000. At the same price, you can buy a BMW 218, the old 218. The one that looks like a little, like an A-class. You can buy that for 20 over 1,000.
Serious?
Yeah.
What year?
2014.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
10-year-old car. Yeah.
1.5. It's comfortable. It's a BMW.
But
a lot
the
of it.
maintenance and
But it's the maintenance.
after
exactly.
7 years, they will.
Yes,
That's small.
parts, everything. So you have to think about that. You have to think about your disposable income. At the same time, there are so many other cars. You can buy a second-hand Toyota Vios. You can buy a second-hand Honda City. You can buy a second-hand Honda Accord. Then you also ask yourself, do you want to go more than 8 years? Because more than 8 years, you can't get a loan. Less than 8 years, you can get a loan. But some young adults, only working 1 year, cannot get loan. So Amma and Appa have to come and sign the loan. So you got all these issues. Like I've got a lot of friends who buy cars for the young, and then people say, oh, you're spoiling them. Not spoiling them. They can't get a loan.
Can't get a loan, yes.
Like I
Same.
got both my son's cars. Loans are getting more difficult. Banks love to lend out money. But if they're not lending you money, that means your risk. No bank wants to repossess an electric car. Where are you going to store it?
True.
The battery is going to just deplete.
Yeah.
The tires are going to get flat bottom because they're heavy. Then suddenly you want to lelong the car cannot move. These are all little
So
things.
if I go to a lelong place, the EVs will be very cheap. Nah.
I don't think there's any EVs. I think the banks are telling people, I'm going to take
Really?
the car, pay a bit. Let's renegotiate the loan,
Before we end, what's the next 12 months look like for the Malaysian car market?
Next 12 months, number one, car prices coming down. Not because the government is reducing the tax, not because the customs department is collecting less money, is because manufacturers are playing the game to sell cars. And like I said, they have to bring their prices down to compete with cars coming from China. So I thank
Thanks
Made
to
in
China.
They've made cars better priced in Malaysia, given us much more variety, given us better tech, given us better options. The day of, saying, made in China. No, now made in China is good. Made in China is fantastic. Made in China is giving us 7-year warranty, 8-year warranty, 10-year warranty. The rest, last time, give us 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You have to struggle to get 5 years.
And what is the variant of the Velfire that is EV version that's working now?
Denza D9.
It's amazing car.
Nice. That's under the BYD group. You got the Xpeng X9, even bigger, even more futuristic. Now they just launched Way, W-E-Y, under Great Wall Motor. And then GAC is coming out there with their version. So you're going to have all these variants coming in. Alphard and Wellfire new sales will drop a little bit, but the grey market is feeling it. And the grey market is going out and complaining to the government, you have to reduce our tax and this and that. Complain to me. Like recently I did an article about grey markets. Grey market means approved permit holder, AP holder,
Recon cars.
recon car dealer who go buy a car from Japan, no recon, just wash and clean and then sell to you. The only recon they do, if the car had a small accident, they touch up. They sell you with their own internal warranty. It's not a factory warranty. So that internal warranty is worth slightly more than the tissue paper in my toilet. It's not easy to claim. Now, when I meet some of these guys who call me up or meet up and say, hey, you're saying these things about us and all that, tell me what's your problem. Oh, we are struggling. This is the best part. Hey, we are losing money. If you're saying you're struggling and losing money, why are you still in business? You're obviously making shit loads of money.
Or you have made before.
Now you're making less.
Yes.
Property you own. Land you own where you're doing all your car business. House in London. Manor in Nottingham. And then got one small ranch in Australia. You're struggling. Then you got the new AP holders. The one that just came in the last 5 years. They will also say, hey, Daniel, why are you writing? I'm struggling. Go and open Goreng Pisang lah.
But coming back to the
Don't tell me you're struggling.
Velfire and all that. How much have they depreciated?
In the last 6 months, since the Chinese electric MPVs have come down, I saw about a 10 to 15% price drop. Older AP holders are dropping by 20-25% because they just have to push the stock out. Because as it comes to end of the year, they cannot have any stock going into next year. Because why? To keep their AP numbers, at the end of the year, they got to go back to the government and ask for AP. The government will say, okay, last year you used 1,000 APs, I'll give you back 1,000 APs. You want more, I'll give you. But if last year you only used 800 APs, I give you now 800 APs. Now, if you're struggling, why you want to go and ask for another 1,000 APs? So towards the end of the year, they will reduce the price even more because they just want to clear the stock. And then they'll do the bare minimum to these cars. Some of them, they won't even change the tires. Because a lot of these cars that come in, especially Alphard and Wellfires, they are rental or taxis in Japan. I've gone to Okinawa, I've gone to, the smaller cities in Japan. You can rent a Honda Odyssey or an Alphard or a Wellfire or Toyota Noah. And you look at these cars, they come with very cheap tires, cheap interior, no leather and all that. These cars have got high mileage. They turn back the clock. On electric cars, difficult to do because the tech is different. So that's why they can't do it on electric cars. That is why they're not playing with electric cars. But on these cars, very easy done. You just plug in the machine and they'll reduce it. If it's 153, they make it 53. If it's 293, they make it 93. And you can tell, very simple. I cannot share here. You can spot whether the car is high mileage or not. Just like how you spot a car whether it's flooded or not. The big dealers will take the effort, spend a bit of money to do all this. And then there's other ways of looking. You have to go underneath. You have to get your elbows and knees dirty, go underneath and look, and then you can spot a few things. End of the day, it's business. You want to do the business, I welcome you. You're giving options to Malaysians. But don't tell me you're struggling and not making money and still opening your office and your showroom.
I have one last question for you. If you could buy a 5-year-old Continental Ice, what would it be?
I want to buy an Audi R8. I love the look of the R8.
Yeah, it's amazing. Still looks great, yeah.
And there's not so many on the road. It's not a very common car.
How much would it cost?
Almost 300,000 ringgit. You can get the much older one for about 130, 140. I know a lot of people say Porsches are great and all that, but Porsches are Porsches. Everywhere you see, every Sunday you go out, you see more Porsches than Perdua Beza.
That's true.
Because the Grab drivers are resting and the Porsche owners are out, But you see an Audi R8, and it's an amazing drive. I've driven it. I've been lucky enough to go to Ingolstadt and drive it on the track. I came back, I thought to myself, this is the car I want.
How many years for 300,000 R8?
About 5-6 years old. Okay. Now, if I was going to go down the food chain, BMW 425.
425.
425. 3 liter, twin turbo, twin entry turbo, nice car, coupe.
Looks different, right?
Looks different.
I was actually looking for a 425.
Then if I have to go a little bit more down the food chain, Golf GTI.
You've always been a golf man.
Yes, Golf GTI Mark 7. I had a Mark 5, Mark 4, Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 1. Now I want to get the Mark 7.5. That will be about 100,000 ringgit. So these are cars which different earning value lah,
Before we end, you told me that you can get a F10 BMW, which is a 5 Series, which for how much now?
Less than 30,000.
That'd be amazing to have.
Some
right?
even less than 20.
Yeah.
But steering rack got problem, suspension issue.
You spend like
build
10,
quality,
15,000 to do up.
15,000 to really get it all right, then keep it quietly. Don't push it.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show again.
No problem. Thanks for having me
and
again.
thanks for giving me all this advice, because you know what? If not, I would have ended up with an EV, which I'm saying is okay. But I completely enjoyed my ride when I drove that 5-year-old BMW, and I was like, and I'm so excited about it. I put up the photo. I'm not trying to show you guys, Jack boleh afford no, it's not that. It's just that I like the car. I wear cheap clothes, but I enjoy
drive
my
a BMW?
Yeah, I drive a BMW.
But let me tell you this. 5 years from now, maybe you might buy an electric car.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might, if it gives me that kind of comfort.
Yes.
The last thing I also should want to add is the depreciation is done. How much more can my car depreciate? Even if it depreciates half. Okay, half. 75,000.
Okay, in the next 5 years, half.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
So when it's about 75,000, give me a call. I might buy it.
Okay, because I take very good car. Thanks again, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you.
DSF.my
Yes.
is a place where you should catch him. You can email him. You can go to his website. You can go to his Instagram, and he will reply, because this guy is passionate about cars ever since I knew him. I just regret that I didn't get a TV for this. Hey, somebody's giving you a Samsung TV, right?
Yeah, Hyundai.
Hyundai.
They're giving us Samsung Smart TV for every Hyundai, and I sent you the flyer.
I might just have to look at it. Okay, take care.
Okay, take care. Thank you.
Guys, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to rent these studios, it's the Platinum Podcast Studios. I'll put up all the information here. Please check it out. Take care. Guys, if you want to do your own podcast, you don't have a place to shoot your podcast, this is the Platinum Podcast Studio, powered by Audio Plus. The rates are really good. There's a package also. I put it all here. Please check it out. You can also scan the QR code. Various different setups. And these guys will take care of you. Okay, so Platinum Podcast, come and shoot your podcast.
It's the Book of Jake.